Good morning, children. Today in your English literature, we will study a poem that's titled Maps. Now, from the title itself, you can come to know the poem is about maps, how the maps are useful, how they help us to dream, how they helps to give a way to our dream. Okay, and before starting this poem, let's take a short introduction of the poet. The name of the poet is Dorothy Brown Thompson. Dorothy Brown Thompson was an American writer. In this poem, she plays a tribute to maps, different kinds of maps that hold a key to an unseen, unknown world of adventure waiting to be explored. She paints a bright picture of the different things and scenes that maps can bring to our minds. This way, she shows how something that looks simple and humble, like a map, can be powerful and exciting. Yes, she tells us what are the maps all about. There are different kinds of map, and she also gives a message over here, children. We learn a value over here that a map, being a simple and humble, can be very powerful and exciting. Similarly, children, a person who is very powerful, you will always see the person is very humble and down to earth. The person who doesn't have any powers will be always showing attitude to you. So, if you want to be a knowledgeable person, you want to be a successful person, you always have to be down to earth and humble. There are very lots of example in the world which tells you about this concept, like Mr. Narendra Modi, Ratna Tata. These are the very powerful person, very knowledgeable person, but have you seen this personality? They are very down to earth, very humble. So this is the message over here. If you want to be very successful, you have to be down to earth and knowledgeable. Then also you have to be down to earth. Okay. So this was all about the value of the poem. Now let's start the poem. Okay. High adventure and bright dream, maps are mightier than they seem. Ships that follow, leaning stars, red and gold of strange bazaars. Ice flows head, beyond all knowing, planes that ride where winds are blowing. Train maps, maps of wind and weather, road maps taken all together. Maps are really magic vans for home staying vagabonds. Okay, I'll explain you para wise para. Okay, four lines. High adventure and bright dream, maps are mightier than they seem. What is high adventure? Okay, you can see at below it's given over here. Very grand and exciting adventure. Now, children, maps is something which help us to dream about the unknown places, the unseen things. They help us to plan and go to the exciting adventures. They makes us feel fascinated about every place we can travel to and discover. Okay, so maps are mightier because the places which you haven't seen, but maps help you to know about that place. Isn't that very exciting, children? The things which you don't know, but through a piece of paper help you to know that place. And isn't very shocking thing, like a whole city or a whole country or whole world is there in a one piece of paper, and through that you come to know about the different ideas of those places. This is why it is called maps are very mightier than they seem. Okay. Okay, next four lines. Ships that follow, leaning stars, red and gold of strange bazaars. Now, leaning stars is also given over here. Sloping, the stars seem to be pointing the way to the ships. Now, children, in the older days, when map wasn't there discovered, the sailors sailing the ship used to follow the movement of the stars. Through the stars, they can point the way, or they can find the ways to the ships. Now it has been compared. Now ships and stars are compared to the maps because as the star shows the ways to the sailors, similarly map shows the way to the people who want to see and know about that place. It helps you to guides you. It helps you to know about that place. Okay. Next, I flows head beyond all knowing, planes that ride where winds are blowing. Folds over here means masses of floating ice. Now, children, you might have seen in the pictures, in the movies, in the television, that ice flows, that are the masses of floating ice, how they float, isn't it? Plants, planes which ride where the winds are blowing. Similarly, maps are the one which help you to know, move to the places through, through that maps you can know about a place. As the planes, they follow the wind. Similarly, your dreams are being followed by the maps, they help you to know. Okay, train maps, maps of wind and weather, road maps taken all together. Now these are the different types of maps. Children, there are lots of every type of maps are available. There are train maps, map which tell you about the wind and weather, map which tell you about the road, maps which tell you about the city, place, railway lines, road lines, then airways. Then you have maps of weather also. There are different types of maps, whichever thing you want to know, you have curiosity to know the different things, the maps are the one which help you to know sitting at a place. Okay, maps are really magic wands for homestaying vagabonds. Vagabonds means people who are all always wandering from one place to another. Now, children, homestaying and vagabond, this is like an irony over here. Okay, now how I'll explain you. Maps are like magic wands. What is the purpose of a magic wand? Through the magic wand, a person can move from one place to another, isn't it? And through the maps, you can move from one place to another in your dreams, by imagining. Imagination is the thing which help you to move, which help you to dream, to see and understand. Like sitting at home, if you get a map and you can imagine about that place, can't you see that place very well, isn't it? That's why your maps are compared to magic wand, because they help you to move from one place to another, or rather travel to different places by reading and imagining different places, okay, through the maps. Now the homestaying vagabonds, it means the person who are at home, but he can move from one place to another through the medium of maps. Okay, now, a person who stays at home can be a vagabond, because that person can travel to different places by reading about and imagining about different places. That is why homestaying and vagabonds are called homestayings. Okay, got it? So, this was the poem all about maps, and children, just try to note down this word meaning in your copy. Okay, and try to understand the map through this video. Okay, thank you. If you have any doubts, please let me know so that I can clarify. Okay, thank you.